My name is Manu Tarfa, and today we'll be talking about the fundamentals of macroeconomics in simple language. How do we make something so important less complicated to understand? That's what my objective is. And you're welcome to today's session. Now, what inspired this session is that a lot of professionals do not really understand macroeconomic presentations, especially when presented by economists and market analysts. So we decided a non-expert like me, even though I read economics in my BSc, should come and explain it in a way that ordinary people would understand and see the value of such an endeavor. And that's why we're doing this. Furthermore, like I said in my article, a lot of professionals, and you can't blame them, they do pretend like yes, if they get it, but they don't. So when the big names come and they're running through the slides and calling all kinds of things, because they're not using structured thinking, which you'll see a little bit about that shortly, it's very difficult to track. So very quickly, why is this conversation very, what's the premise for some of the things we're doing here? Now, I like to state the case. Number one, and these are like disclaimers. I'm not a practicing economist. I'm not here to impress you either, right? My simple approach is a deliberate attempt to help you better understand the subject, all right? Two, the presentation is very simplistic. In fact, some experts will criticize me for some of the ways I'm going to explain these things because I'm actually going to give you incomplete definitions, partial definitions. And why? I just have 45 minutes. And the typical temptation for any expert is to shovel everything down your throat, which at the end of the day, you leave confused. So based on my own wisdom and understanding of how this should work, I picked my battles in being able, so that when you leave here with something. My goal is you leave here with something that will germinate and will change the trajectory of your understanding on the subject. So, but I'm also, like I argued, even if the experts criticize my presentation, I'm not sure if they can make it simpler on a lighter note. If they did, they had their chance to, but they didn't. This is not all of you. This is not all you will need to know about macroeconomics. So you need to put that disclaimer so that tomorrow if you hear some indicators that were not mentioned here or some aspects of it, you won't say we weren't taught. No, that's not my objective. I can't do that in 45 minutes. It's a whole course in university. You can have a PhD in macroeconomics, right? Or aspects of macroeconomics. So, but we believe this is a good starting point to get you curious enough going forward. Right? Our objective is to get you curious enough. Number four, I'm concluding, this is not a macroeconomic presentation, even though I would talk about some of the predictions for next year. It is an attempt to teach you how to understand the several reports that will be released in this season and hopefully beyond. All right, so the agenda or discussion points will, introduction I've just given, what is macroeconomics, important indicators, implications, Nigeria's scenario, and then what I call the final thoughts.